Hey guys, we're at the Shake Shack, waiting for our shakes.
Shack.
Hey, how was your evening? What'd you get up to?
It was okay as evenings go.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have gone better. Could have
won lottery.
No.
No?
I'm not sure that would have improved things.
Because you did win the lottery though.
I did. I got $13, thank you, in the $30 million super draw on Saturday.
Well, that pretty much tops the week. That tops the week, man. What could
basically, it's basically the best thing that happened this week. I mean, it could have been improved if, like, there was some sort of, like, witch or, like, monk or someone, and I said something and then, like, body swapped.
Body swap.
With Amy Poehler.
Yeah. That
would have been pretty good.
That would have been alright. But what did happen?
And then we would have gone on to, like, oh, mad things happened. Like, I'd hung out with Will Arnett for a really long time.
Right.
Then I'd hang out with Tina and stuff.
Right.
And all the people. But then, like, obviously, she'd be like, well, we gotta figure this out. And then, like, Alicia, we get to hang out with Amy Poehler. In my body, so she wouldn't get to see her face.
Both win.
And I just like look in the mirror for a really long time because I'd be looking at Amy Poehler's face. And then obviously after shenanigans ensued, we get together and like figure out how to switch back and become best friends.
Right. Across oceans.
No, she'd employ me on Parks and Rec.
Of course.
And then I'd live.
Okay, so that's like
there's a mouse there. Hey mouse.
Anyways.
So what did happen
was okay, I suppose.
What happened was we went to UCB to see ASCAT 3000.
Right.
And Amy Poehler was in it.
She was in it.
And we were in the same room as them, watching them do improv.
Yeah.
Amy Poehler, Matt Besser, Mike Walsh, other guys, Jason Mantzoukas. And they were really good.
Yeah. We saw them.
And it was great, and like it was $15.
Right.
And like at the beginning, they like ask, like, hey, who's from out of town?
Right.
And a few people were like, well, like, who thinks they've come the furthest? And Alicia and I were like, we've got this.
We've got this in the bag, you guys. This is our moment.
Who had their
this is our moment to shine. Massive theatre.
So we're like, us, and then they pointed at us first, probably because we looked so confident about it.
We were like,
where are you from? Australia. And they were like, yeah, you've probably got it. So what we're saying now is that we were communicating with I think it was Matt Besser at this stage.
But who else was on the stage?
Other people on the stage including the Queen, Amy Poehler.
So what we're trying to say is we were
in conversation,
communicating
in public conversation.
Queen Amy Poehler.
Queen Amy Poehler herself.
But they didn't stop there. They kept asking us questions, man.
They were asking us about whether we were mad about Men at Work stealing the kookaburra sits in the old gum tree.
And we acted outraged.
We did act outraged.
And then they were
asked us, like, what Australian jokes we don't like it when people make like Australian stereotype jokes.
Yeah.
And
we were like, all the jokes.
Aussie, that's sort of dated, whatever.
And then they said, oh, that kookaburra song, how does it go? And this is what we did.
And I was like, yeah, it's like, kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, Mary, Mary, king of the bush.
Love, kookaburra, there you go, they must be. But as we came in for that harmony though, the entire crowd erupted into applause because they were not expecting us to sing in harmony. Including, did we mention that Amy was still on stage?
Amy was on stage, she was asking us questions as well.
And then called us wonderful.
And she said, wow, Australians are wonderful.
And then the other guy was like, you two should have a record contract.
He was like, you're going to get discovered tonight. We've got agents in the audience and you two are going to be a singing duo.
Yep. And
they asked us if we were improvers.
Yeah.
And I said, I wish. Yeah. I said, I'd love to be or something. And Amy said, in response to me, Amy Poehler, just in case, this is Amy Poehler. In case you're wondering,
Amy Poehler is talking to us right now.
Amy Poehler said, oh, is there not a big improv scene in Australia? And I was like, I live in Perth and there's not a lot. I do stand up, but they're like, that's pretty good. That's cool. And
then we chatted like that for a bit, and then they moved on to Finland. And they're talking about Sweden, and then they came back to us. They're like, don't you guys hate New Zealand? And we were like, yeah.
New Zealand.
We fucking hate New Zealand. And then people laughed because we're amusing.
Yeah. We're amusing people who can project enough such that the entire audience can hear us when we're speaking.
So what we're trying to say is that not only did we watch Amy Poehler perform for 2 hours, which was incredible, but we communicated with her with our voices, and we interacted.
She laughed at us.
And she thought we were funny and called us wonderful.
and I sort of said that we loved her. I was like, we're here for Amy.
Yeah,
and I was like, wow, that's a really long way to travel.
Legit. And then he was like, oh, you're here for Amy, you want to take her away? Like,
yeah, what does that mean? That you had like some sort of suspicious
lighting is awful on me. Anyway,
take her back to Australia. We're like, we could use her. Australia could definitely use her.
And she was like, oh. So, no biggie, but we just
interacted publicly and successfully with the Queen herself.
The Queen.
The Queen of my heart, the Queen of my regard, the Queen of my life.
The Queen of everything, the Queen of life.
The Queen of laughter. And look at these stars above.
And now we are blessed and enriched in our lives because we spoke to Amy Poehler.
I still sort of can't process it.
And she looked at us and smiled and talked and laughed at us.
She recognised our existence.
She knows we
seemed
exist.
to appreciate it. Gonna have
And
shakes.
the great thing was, we couldn't get pizza beforehand because our subway died and stuff. So we had to walk, and so we ended up getting there really early. Luckily we got there really early because the line was huge.
Already, there was
massive, and we were sitting we got seats in the middle off to the side, pretty good seats, but like, thank God we didn't get pizza beforehand because we wouldn't have got there that early.
Yeah.
Plus, the timing, because we walked into the building as Amy Poehler and the other guys were walking into the building.
Like,
with a meter
we
from
turned
us.
to go into the building, and I was like, she was turning like facing us because she was like looking over her shoulder, and I saw her smiling, beautiful face.
And then Nicola started doing this at me, and I was like, what? And she's like, St. Paul. I'm like, no, it's not, because I couldn't. I was like, where? No, it's not.
That
and I saw the back of her head, and I was like,
her hair's short.
That's the back of Amy Poehler's head.
Her hair's very short.
She's tiny. Oh, our shakes are ready. Highlight of the day.
We should probably go and get them instead of filming the shakes.
We're gonna get some shakes now.
So she's here, and she walked in right in front of us, and I'm crying a little bit, and she's here, and it's what smells like. She's like a meter in front of us, and she was all smiley, and she's beautiful.